Every day someone takes their life. And I think the logic behind it is this is an easy answer. Let's talk about the hard side of it. Let's talk about those who are left behind to grapple with the decision that is made by one person. If you are a person who is thinking of harming themselves, if you feel like for some reason you're being bullied, or maybe life is too hard, or it's just getting harder and harder to live day by day, and you're thinking of harming yourself, please don't. Whether you know it or not, people care. And your life matters more than you could ever know. This world is not going to be a better place without you. Please go out and get help. Please contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-8255. There are people who are willing to be in this fight with you, and I'm one of them. If for some strange reason you just don't feel comfortable enough to make that call, or maybe you need somebody to make that call with you, I am more than willing to join you. Just simply reach out to me on any of my social media feeds and put the message clear as day that I need to talk. I will be there to fight this battle with you. You don't have to do this alone. You are not alone in this. So before you make a decision that leaves us with all the hard answers, take a second to think about what it means to yourself and to others. What up, though, Pride Nation? Welcome back to another Field Review podcast show. Listen, today was a good day for me. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling energetic. I'm feeling alive. And I've come to a hard conclusion. I think that I have 100% been mean to the media. Yep, I do. And so with that being said, we're going to address some things. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to talk about that view of me being mean to the media. A little bit of sarcasm there, maybe not so much. We're going to talk about Jared Goff. We're going to talk about the Lions' schedule. We're going to talk about the Lions' defense. And I think there's one trade right now, one trade that is looming for the Lions that I think can either net us a player or I think it can net us at least a draft pick. We're going to talk about that and much more as we get into this thing. So if you're thinking about leaving, please don't. If you're already in here, hit that like button because it does help. It helps a lot. And I want to make sure that, we get this thing going, right? Now, people, if you are one of those people who is in the realm of negativity, then it's the show for you. Because here we talk about football in perspective. And if you put things in perspective, it can change your life. This is my belief, all right? I just think this makes a lot of sense. But I know that everybody can't share that view. So it is what it is. So listen, people, let's see who we got up in the chat with us right now, because this is what it boils down to. All right, we got my man Hardworking Dedication, Looney Tune, BD Buster. We got Predator Kingdom, 7-Upper. We got Ghost Gunner, Terry Starr. We got Eltonio Jenkins, Dominique Davis, Aaron Burden, Jason Smith, Go Lions, Lions Lee. We got Dante Alexander. Yeah, let me see. We got Izzy 777, Matthew Ferguson. And then make sure if I forgot anybody, I do apologize. And if you are in here and you want that shout out and you want that love, simply drop that message in the box and we'll be talking about it. First thing first that I got to do, people. I got to talk about this. This is one of the reasons that my thumbnails usually gives you something that jumps out to me, and it's shocking. And if you are a Lions fan and do not know who in the hell number 20 is that wore that jersey, shame on you, okay? It ought to be a crime. So it just is what it is. Shout out to you, Bulgarians. I see you. What up, though, buffed up? Okay. Oklahoma State. I'm gonna try to take a second to think about this. Oklahoma State in 2021 is going to add Barry Sanders' name and number to their ring of honor. Take a second to just think about that. Just take a second to think about that, because a guy who's already in the Hall of Fame, how in the hell you're just not now adding his name and number to your ring of honor? Like, how many great players can you really say came up out of your school? Like Barry. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that there was other players there with him. I'm not foolish. I'm not stupid. I think it was Thurman Thomas that was with him as well. But I'm not stupid. How in the hell did it take this long? Am I going crazy on this, people? Help me make this make sense. This man has literally been gone from this school forever, right? Like forever. He has literally made the NFL. That's the pro level. That's the highest level you can get. The NFL's Hall of Fame. He's already done that, right? We already got that out, right? I want to show y'all how crazy this is. Now, granted, I know that people's not going to agree with this. But let's just put this all into perspective on how long this is. Okay. I just find this intriguing as hell to me. Like, I was sitting here, and when I saw this come up, and I was like, what? I just always assumed that he was in the Hall of, like, he was in a Ring of Honor. Like, he had records. I think he's in the College Hall of Fame already. What is there left for him to do? How do you wait this late in your history? The man who got drafted in 1989. Think about that for a moment. 1989, and you're just not adding him to your Ring of Honor? What the hell were you waiting on? You can't even say. I dare somebody to tell me he had a checker pass. Please tell me. Tell me he did something. I need some type of criminal background on him. Somebody tell me something. He had records in the NFL, records in college. How? How is this, people? Y'all don't even understand. I'm so baffled. It says, Luke, I thought he was in there with me too. David Anderson. I thought that he was it, bro. I thought he was already there. I had no clue that Oklahoma State just now was going to do it. Just now. Like, let me ask you a question. What do you think happened? Do you think somebody was walking and was like, oh, where's Barry Sanders' name at? And somebody went, what? It's not up there? Oh shit, we gotta get that fixed. What do you think happened for this to what do you think happened for this to get missed this long? There have been other players who have gotten their jerseys retired from high school faster than this man got put into their Ring of Honor. I just find this absurd. I find it funny and interesting and shocking and confusing at the same time. Look, David Anderson said Detroit should retire his number. See, they retired it before with Billy Sims, and then Billy Sims was like, yo, he can have it because he saw that greatness in him. And, so if they did retire the number 20, you had two great players with it. I get it. But how do you, as a college, with a guy who's in the, hold on, let me make sure I'm not tripping on this. I believe he made the College Hall of Fame already. I could be wrong. Let me see. I just want to look at this. I'm not wrong. So he's in the College Hall of Fame, the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He has records up the wazoo in the pros, records up the wazoo in college, and you just not added him to the Ring of Honor? That's disgusting. Am I the only one who is shocked by this? Like, am I the only one? Like, maybe it's just me. Am I the only one who genuinely is shocked that he has yet to be put in this ring? let me see. It says I think they did. Okay. Wasn't 20 Liam Bernie's number 2? See, if I'm saying, like, if you wanted to retire 20 for the Lions, I can see it's got the history and the support and the backing to do so. But God, I'm telling you, I'm so confused by this, and I'm shocked, and it makes me wonder when the fact that they missed it. Who are some people that the Lions should have added to their Ring of Honor? Because I got some names that I don't think people gonna like. I just don't think they're gonna like them. I just think that many people are going to be like, "You want to add who to the Ring of Honor?" I just think so. If it's a player that you could think of that's not in the Lions Ring of Honor, put it in the chat. I'm just shocked and baffled by this. Like, it's Barry freaking Sanders. Like, how? Shout out to you, El Carter. He says, Luke, I believe Liam was 20 before Sims. Okay, fair enough. Bernie was there first, but Lucci, okay. Lucci should be in there. The kicker, Hansen, I can't remember. Oh, Jason Hansen's not in our Ring of Honor? Hold on, bro. Y'all ain't finna be playing with me today. You mean to tell me Jason Hansen's not in our Ring of Honor? Let me double check that. I think he is. Man, hold on, man. If he's not in there, something's wrong. Like, come on, bro. It's no way. Okay, hold on. 18 former members. Okay. That's it? 18. Okay. 18 former members are in the Ring of Honor. Let's see if Jason Hansen on there. Okay, I can't. Oh no, he on there. Okay, he on there. Woo, boy, y'all had my blood pressure up. Jesus. Okay, so Jason Hansen is on there. Okay, fair enough. Ellis, Porsche, Blaze, and Hansen. Hansen on there. Let's see if Ellis is on there. You talking about Luther Ellis? I perceive. Is Luther Ellis on there? Nope. Not according to this. Luther Ellis is not on there. Robert Porsche. According to this, Robert Porsche is not on there. Let me see. This can't be real. Hold on, man. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Y'all, hold on, man. Somebody got some explaining to do. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Hold on. Who am I forgetting? Let me see. Who was on there? He not on there. Let's see. Bro, this can't be real. All right. Here's the people who was on what they call the Pride of the Lions. They got Liam Barney. They got Jack Chris. I always botch this dude name. Christians. Dutch Clark, Lou Creekmer, Jason Hansen is there. Dick Night Train Lane, Yale Larry, Bobby Lane, Dick LeBeau, Barry Sanders, Charles Sanders, Joe Smith, Dick Stanfield. Yeah, it's looking real rough, people. I'm sorry. So Benny Blaze is not in that ring. Okay. All right. And the mix says what I missed. Apparently, that Barry Sanders is going to go into Oklahoma State's Ring of Honor. Like, just not going this year in November during the TCU game. How? And I'm trying to figure out who are some players that the Lions should have in their Ring of Honor, because right now Robert Porsche should be in there, and he's not. Benny Blaze should be in there. He's not. Luther Ellis, I don't know, but he's not in there. I can tell you that. He's definitely not in there. Jason Hansen is in that. It's in that ring. Stafford eventually would get in there. Let's see. Roger Brown, Alex Carr, Herman Moore. Hell, I don't think Lomas Brown on here neither. Nope. Lomas ain't on here. So Lomas is not on here. I just don't understand this. And I get it. You want to make it like reserved for like the best of the best. I'm not killing them. But like, at He said, "What's going on, Luke? You must have knew I needed something to watch while I'm working this." Hey, listen, he said, "While I'm working this double." Listen, I'm shocked. It's Chuck Hughes in. Let's see if Chuck Hughes is in there. I'm just double checking. I do not see Chuck Hughes. This is shocking. Like, I mean, when I did this, I was like, yo, this can't be real, right? And then I started thinking, like, who are we forgetting in our own ring? How in the hell does this happen? But no, Chuck Hughes is not in. So we got that one. Let's see what else we got. Yep, man, listen, this is, boy. It says Chuck passed on the field, right? I thought he did, yeah. But he's not in there. No, he's not in there. It says 5. Man, bro, hold on. Wait. Can y'all see this photo? If y'all can see this photo of David Anderson, who says that he's 64, if that's what 64 looks like, sign me up, bro. Sign me up. If that's what your 64 looks like, I need to know what all the secrets is. I got 2 little kids and I'm getting gray hair, and you telling me this is what 64 looks like, you killing it, bro. You killing it. Buddha Baker should be there alone with Billy. Oh, Bubba Baker. Nope, he's not on there. he's not on there. Mel Gray. I mean, double check. Not on there. Oh, this is nuts. All right. No, Doak Walker. Let's see. Let me double check. I'm double checking. Every name y'all put, I'm double checking. Doak Walker is on there. He's already in our Pride of the Lions, aka our Ring of Honor. So Doak Walker is there. Okay, let's see. Who else we missing? What's going on, Omar? Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Brian Farrell. Shout out to you, Big West Kevin in the building. Shout out to you, Go Lions, Technical Puma. Let me see. Make sure I ain't forgetting nobody. In the mix, shout out to you, sir. D-Map Zooms. I'm make sure I don't miss nobody. Let me see, man. I just can't. It says, who is Stafford? Are you funny? It says not Ellis, but for sure Robert. Robert's not. No, he's not there. Brown, Houston, By, and more. Yeah, Lomas not there. Lomas didn't make it. Lomas came up short. He's not there. Dre Bly, definitely not there. He's not. I mean, if you putting in Dre Bly, I mean, Crockett should go in before Bly. Although I think the Crockett-Bly argument has always been a fun one to have a debate. Dr. Detroit says, what's today's topic? How in the hell is it that Oklahoma State is just now putting Barry Sanders in their Ring of Honor? And the question is who are some people that the Lions need to put in their Ring of Honor that are not in the Ring of Honor? I am just amazed at who is not in the Ring of Honor. So, you know what? I probably should just put it on screen. That's what I should do. I probably should just put it on screen because I'm still trying to wrap my head around this whole concept. I really am, because there are some names on here that I can kind of argue, yeah, this guy was a very good player, and I get that you want to do the best for the best, but these guys had roles that, so like, but let's take a look and see what we got. Hold on, let me make this my biggest day. All right, so let me get this going. I'm just shocked. I'm truly shocked. When I tell you I'm shocked, I'm shocked. I'm at loss for words. Did something? Wait a minute, hold on. You know what? Go Lions. That is Wayne's Fonts is another one that I can see being put in there. Calvin will get there eventually. I think Calvin will get there eventually, buffed up, 100% there. What's going on, Sheldon? I think he'll get there. Joseph Fourier. I don't think he did enough to make that ring. I could be wrong. Bubba is not there. So here's who is here. All right. Here is all the people that made it. Okay. Do I need to move this up? Let me move this up just a smidge. All right, let me just. So right there go our people. Now, this article particularly added 3 people to it. They added Herman Moore. They added Ellis Carr. They added Roger Brown. But this is basically where we are. All right. So Brown, Cars, and Moore will join 15. So we got 18 total during this time. And then I went to their official website, which is crazy to me. So, like, yo, where's the love? Where's the love? Like, damn. Nope, but Doug English. That's not even ringing a bell. Chris Spielman. Yeah, I mean, if you're debating that Chris Spielman shouldn't be in our Ring of Honor, how do you debate that? Like, seriously, how do you debate that? Somebody just sent me a damn message in Discord that said, "Don't forget Louis Delmas." I can't put Louis Delmas in the Ring of Honor. I'm sorry. Then I got another one for Ziggy. We're not doing the Ziggy talk. I don't know about that one. I was on live chat with Woodward Sports, and man, I was surprised how many Lions fans have the Lions only winning 3 games. It's ridiculous. Oh, we finna get into that talk in a real quick minute. It is what it is, man. People believe what they want to believe. Gray, Sims, Barney, and Walker. You point the names out. You see Barney is there. I think Sims is there. Gray. I don't see it. Walker? Is he up there? Yep. Doak Walker, he up there. He says 54. Oh, he's 54. He still look pretty damn good for 54, man. So shout out to you. Kudos to you. Jimbo G says, "Oh man, they left me off the list, bruh." I know, right? Kale says Mel Farr should be on the list. Daxter Boosie should be on. Boosie, I always pronounce my man's name wrong. Billy Sims. I think Sims is up. Let me double check this. I thought I saw Billy Sims' name up there. Wait. I could have swore. I'm gonna leave this alone, y'all. We got to talk to the Lions people. We gotta talk to the Lions. I don't understand it. He said Doug English is Spielman before Spielman. Yeah, I didn't know who Doug English. It just didn't ring a bell. Lions all time. Oh, not bad. I know. You know somebody else who I think should be on here, and I know y'all not gonna be agreeing with this, but this the person I thought of instantly was Kevin Strong, the center that we took, and then he ended up going over to the Dallas Cowboys because we don't retain nobody. I thought he should have been on here too. Robert Porcher, yeah, he didn't make it. This is just nuts. This is just nuts. I don't know how this happened. I listen. I can only show y'all what I see. How does this happen? I'm with you. Steve-O says, "Why isn't Billy Sims in their Ring of Honor? What's up with that?" This is my point. We're talking Kevin Glover. I said Kevin Strong. Damn it. I'm thinking of the damn D tackle. This is when your brain is worked up from work. Yes, Kevin Glover. I said Kevin Strong all day. Jesus. But the center, I liked him a lot. I'm with you, bro. The fact that Oklahoma State is just not being able to put Barry Sanders to their Ring of Honor is shocking to me. And the fact that when you look at our Ring of Honor, we're missing some people, like 100%. We're missing some people, and I think it's something that should be talked about. Thank you for correcting me, Matthew Ferguson, because I could not remember the name correctly. Bobby Lane, the curse, he's already in there. DeAndre Levy, that's an interesting one. To the chat, would you put DeAndre Levy in the Ring of Honor? Did he play long enough? Did he give you enough games to qualify for the Ring of Honor? For me, I don't feel like he played enough games. Good player, but if we're putting him in there, then that means we got to put Stephen Tulloch and a few other people who had a short stint with us. I just don't think he played enough to get put there. How is Eric Ebron not on there? Simple, because he sucked. That's why. And that's what we do. We leave off the sucky people. It says more than half are before 1978. You know what? That's a damn good observation. You're right about that. You're right. Man, this is just sad. This is just sad. Where's Jerry Ball at? He was another guy had a short stint with us that I think balled out for us, similar to Sean Rogers and Sue. But Yeah, I'm I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Um Antonio G, salute. Thank you for the compliment. You right about that. Ain't no Lewis Delmas needed to be on there. I just don't. I don't see it. Larry Hand. Larry Hand. That's not even ringing a bell to me. And my brain is trying to go back, but it's not ringing a bell to me. They didn't hesitate to put Hanson in there. You know, that dude's an all-time scorer. I think he is, if I'm not mistaken. Where's Dominic Raiola? Would you put Dominic Raiola in the Ring of Honor? I mean, he was probably one of our longer tenured people, but Jeff Beck is not in there. And if you don't have Jeff Beck is there, how do you qualify Raiola? Just saying. I just find it shocking, people. So, you know, just to put it out there, I wanted to kind of show you, and so you can see it for yourself and just see, like, it's not just Oklahoma State. We got a problem too where we don't have some good players in our Ring of Honor. And the question is, should they be in the Ring of Honor? I need to send this to all our Detroit writers and have them, you know, write some articles on that. You know, give them something to write about other than some of this other stuff. But you know, see, this is what I'm saying. Look, hell no. Raiola, I say hell no. He had to repeat it twice. Like, seriously. Dominic Raiola rich with his wife in the mob somewhere. Listen, boy, y'all is silly. So listen, I wanted to kind of bring this up, right? Because I did this one, I'm not talking about this media crap. They found a way to just get under my skin. And so USA Today has the Detroit Lions going 3-13, and I'm like, all right, cool, we doing it. It is what it is. All right. So I mean, 3-14. I gotta remember we got 17 games. So they basically got us going 3-14. Now, the same person who did this, rate, and he did it every year. Now I'm gonna show y'all something, because this is some, either one, he went back and added some stuff, or two, it was pretty good. So I decided to go back a few years. This was one of their writers' season prediction when we first got Jim Caldwell, and this guy got it right. So, you know, kudos to Joseph Hayes, right? Kudos to him for predicting 11-5 in that first season, right? And even in this article, he did it game by game. Now, this other guy, Nate Davis, I'm going to show you it now. Nate Davis had the Lions. Let me go up so y'all can see I'm not making this up. This is in 2015. This is the second year of Jim Caldwell. And he said that the Lions are going to go 7-9. And then the next year rolls around, and he says the Lions are going to go 7-9. And then that next year rolls around, and he said the Lions are going to go 5-11. And then next year rolls around, and he said the Lions are going to go 6-10. And then the next year rolls around, 2018. This is another one of the time where he said it's going to be 6-10. He's just showing it right here. I'm just showing you how he gave a prediction. So he got them going 6-10 right here, and this is under Patricia's first year. So he nailed that pick, right? Then the next year, he said the Lions are going to go 3-13. His reason is it's difficult to envision Coach Matt Patricia approving on his 6-10 debut 4 of their 8 games coming against 2018 playoff outfits, a figure that doesn't include the Packers or Vikings. 2 West Coast trips in the season first half unlikely to help either. And then he comes with this one right here. This is the third season where he has the Lions going 7-9. Now, let's be fair. I want to read his words. I don't want to put words in his mouth. He says, they were quietly competitive in 2019 prior to the season ending back entry to quarterback Matthew Stafford, who was in the midst of a career year. Rookie Jeff Okudah and DeAndre Swift should provide a bump for a team that was also active in free agents at the time when the job of GM Bob Quinn and Coach Matt Patricia appeared to be on the line. Might be a rocky start with just one home game apiece in September and October. Now, I said all that to say this. He nailed 2 of those, right? Then I found this beautiful article from Jeremy Reisman, shout out to him, who put it all together. He says last year's prediction. And so he's basically showing how this guy basically went through. So in 2014, he said the Lions would go basically 4-12. They went 11-5. 2015, he said they would go 7-9. They actually went 7-9. So that's not bad. 2016, he said they would go 7-9. They went 9-7. 2017, he said they would go 5-11. They went 9-7. And then he said in 2018 they would go 6-10, and they actually went 6-10. And then if you go on up, he actually got a few of them right. Now here's why I'm bringing all of this up, because this to me is some very intriguing stuff. Now the first thing I noticed about this was, aside from him having some perfect, predictions in terms of their record, I think if you include the 2018 season, that goes 6-10. So he got 1, 2. He got that 3-13 technically right, but I mean it was 3-12-1. So technically it's wrong, but damn it, that's pretty damn close in my eyes. So I'm giving it to him. However, here's the thing I wanted you to notice about all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. So for 7 years, he never had the Lions with a record over 7 wins. In 7 years. 7 years of prediction. So why are you bringing this up, Luke? I'm bringing this up because to me, this right here is a good sample size for me to be able to see how the media's view is skewed. If you look at his first earlier predictions right here, they exceeded those, right? Like clearly they killed this 4-12 prediction, winning 11-5, right? And then he comes back and he gets it right. They went 7-9. They went 7-9. He said, you know what? They're going 7-9 again. They went 9-7. You know what? They're not getting better under Jim Caldwell. They're going 5-11 and they went 9-7. So the thing that I'm starting to notice with media is this. At least with this guy, he's not afraid to put his stuff out there on the line and be wrong. I can respect that. And I will always give credit to it. And now this is why I said I think I was being a little hard on the media. Because the media is having to come up with topics at this point that realistically is hard. It's really hard to do prediction-wise. It just is what it is. But the thing that I'm starting to notice, Lucas in the Ketchup Hall of Fame in Arizona. I don't know what you're talking about. When y'all Patty come out, it come out. All right. People are saying, but listen, he at least was hitting on some of them. And the thing that I focused on with a lot of his predictions was what he said for the reason for the prediction. However, he began to follow a general theme when it came to the Lions, with saying things like, oh, the Lions in their 3rd year is going to turn it around and go 7-9. I still don't know how in the hell you come up with that number, but if you believe it, then I can rock with you. Now, the other part of it is this. If you're going to make these claims and you're going to put these predictions out there, at least give some merit to it. The reason I'm just looking at the media a little bit different is because I realize that my hardship only comes from the fact that not only are they just somewhat lazy, but it comes from the fact that they really don't know what to write about when it comes to the Lions. They have no real clue on what to say in terms of the Lions. It's just easier to go with previous things. And if you look at this, he essentially looked at the Lions' history and said that, oh, I don't see a team that can get above 500 in no form or fashion. And they did it 3 times on his predictions. And then the one time he got excited for it, they had to change it. Luke got a statue outside Heinz Heck. Oh my God, y'all is in rare form. Okay. I see what we gonna do here. I see how we gonna get this thing popping. Voice, he brought a house in Michigan about 75 years ago, and few more people, famous people. All right, so stay with me. I don't want to kill him for this. So when I see US today saying 3-13, and I know that he's always giving them a bottom feeder number, I respect his consistency. And I'm not going to kill him for this. I got this article sent to me by somebody, and I told him he's consistent. Why would I kill him? Right? Like, why would I attempt to destroy him when he's been very consistent in his predictions? In fact, he has never given us any record above 7-9. So at that point, it is what it is. This is what it is. He says, isn't it the same guy? I believe it's the same dude who gave us that record from ESPN. Yes. I think it is the same dude. I could be wrong. What's going on, Frog? How you doing, man? How's life treating you? All right, let's see. Even a blind baby can find the nipple if he's hungry. What? You crazy. D Sports Talk says, is Joey Harrington on there? Oh, you funny. I think if Joey Harrington had went to anywhere else besides Detroit, he'd have been just fine. Anywhere else, I think he'd have been just fine. But I do respect that view. I'm just saying, people, sometimes when you're reading media, go back and just dig and see, are they consistent? He has consistently not respected the Lions and thought that they are a poor organization and never thought they would be anything better than Matt. And so I can't kill him for that. So when y'all send me articles, I do go back to look at, are they contradicting themselves on their views, or are they just hating to be hating, or whatever their views are. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, he's consistent, and I can't kill him for that. Now, we got to get into a little bit of this trade talk, because now I think there's one trade that makes sense for the Detroit Lions. All right, stay with me. Just stay with me. All right. Recently, Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker Vince Williams said that he was retiring. Right? Said that he was retiring. Now, I want y'all to just take a second to think about this, because you know where I'm going to go with this, right? I had to actually go and look at Pittsburgh's depth chart. And I got to be honest. I believe not only can the Lions trade with Pittsburgh, I think the Lions should trade with Pittsburgh, okay? Because I think at the very least, and I found two teams that I think were really 4 teams. I'm sorry, 4 teams that I believe that we can trade with, but none was better than Pittsburgh. Not a single one. And I want you to understand this, that this is something that I'm just looking at and saying to myself, the Lions have an opportunity to do something. Now, you may be saying, well, Luke, I thought you said no trade in the season. I thought you didn't want to give up any draft capital and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay. All of that in which you are saying is 100% right. I don't want to give up draft capital. I'm talking about making a trade that I think not only makes sense for both the teams that I'm getting ready to tell you about, but I think makes sense for the Lions to not only get something in return, but possibly get something that we can use in return, rather it come in the form of a draft pick or a player. So, bam, let's put it up here. Let's take a good look and let's talk about it. Here we go. Now, the first thing that jumped out to me is well, they literally bagged Vince Williams to come back, and he took that deal and then decided, you know what, I'm over it. So I said, well, who are they starters right now? And I'm like, oh, they're going to get Devin Bush back. But if you see he's got a Q, it means he's questionable. So I said, oh, okay. And then I said, damn, they got Melvin Ingram. And I said, that's interesting. And then I started seeing all these other names. And I go, oh. And I see Buddy Johnson. And I go, okay. And the first thing that jumped out to me is this. If you trade Jahlani Tavai to this team, he'll fit in perfectly with this team. Perfectly. Why, Luke? Why would you think Jahlani Tavai would fit in perfectly with this team? If he could fit in perfectly with this team, why not keep him on the Detroit Lions? Because it's a draft capital situation. This is the first time that the Lions can actually call up a team and say to them, hey, you know, I see y'all got a little bit of a problem over there. And they go, yeah, you know, we got a linebacker issue. And you can literally argue, if you wanted to, You can make the argument that if this is their starting three receivers and you just happen to really need a receiver, you have some options here. James Washington, if you cared enough about him. I mean, it depends on how you're feeling about it. People like Anthony Johnson. But the guy that stood out to me that I thought that we can get, if we did not get the pick, a guy that I thought that we can get, I'm going to say it again, without us getting the pick. Because I know some of y'all are going to say, well, we can take the draft pick. The guy that I thought that we can go out and we can get that makes the most sense for us is right here. Mr. Buddy Johnson. Now, you may be saying, Luke, what is this going to do? If you go out and you bring in this guy, you trade them for this rookie right here, this beautiful little specimen, this 6'2", 240 guy right here, and you get them to send him over our way. Yes, he was a 4th-round pick. Luke, why would they trade a 4th-round pick for little old Jelani Tavai? You're going to need a draft pick with that. No, you won't. Now, I'm going to tell you why. They're desperate. Well, if they're that desperate, Luke, why don't they just put him in? Because he is not ready to rock and roll just yet. But for us, it's a brilliant move because we get a chance to develop a linebacker, and we do need a linebacker. You can swap a linebacker for a linebacker. And if you still didn't want to do that, you can even make the argument to them that, hey, we'll give you, I don't know, say Jelani Tavai, and you can even dump another, Kevin Strong, anybody you want that you don't need. You could dump one of them people and still be okay. Or you can do what I want them to personally do and get us a safety. And then at that point, now you can just go and say, give me Antoine Brooks. Well, Luke, why would they do Antoine Brooks? You know, this is one of those moves that you got to think. Well, I am thinking, here's a guy who really didn't get a lot of playing time. And when he did, I seen that he can move. And that's the most important part of it. And I had to go and watch a little film on him, but we need safety help. And I'm taking all the safety I can get. Now, Luke, what kind of draft pick can we get for him? This is the question that people are going to ask me. I guarantee they're going to ask me. Because they need the linebacker help, because they really need the linebacker help, you can literally get like a 5th-round pick for Jelani Tavai. Well, we took him in the 2nd. It's better than getting nothing. You're going to cut him anyway. And rather than cut him, I would much rather move on from it. Right? Now, we're definitely not going to be able to get some of the other people, but then I thought about it. There was a few other trade partners out there, right? Just a few others that jumped out to me in terms of the trade partners, right? I said, well, obviously you got Pittsburgh, right? And I said, there's another trade partner that I think makes sense if we was being honest with ourselves, and that is with the Oakland Raiders. So, Luke, why would the Raiders want to trade for Jelani Tavai? I mean, I don't see how he fits in with them. Luke, this doesn't make sense. You're reaching, bro. Your shoulder should be tired and everything. I know what y'all going to say, right? I know what you are going to say. But just follow me for a moment. We still need a damn safety. There is no doubts about it. And when you need a safety, the first thing you have to ask yourself is, simply put, who gives you the chance for that safety? I'm talking about Carl Joseph. And why does this make sense? Well, the first thing is he's on the last year of his deal, right? And it's already a cheap deal, right? He's not even making $1 million, right? Well, Carl Joseph, well, I don't know, man. He got injury issues. And is Carl Joseph going to be better than Will Harris? Is he going to be better than Will Harris? That's the only question you got to ask yourself. If the answer comes up, yes, he's better than Will Harris, then you pull the trade on him. Well, Luke, why would they do this? Because they drafted 3 freaking safeties. They drafted Gillespie, they drafted Diablo, and they drafted Trayvon Morwig. So you got those, and then on top of that, you already had the other dude. Well, Luke, why would they take Jelani Tavai? Why would they do this? I just having a hard time following you on this logic. That's okay. I'm here to walk you through it. I want you to be a part of the process with me. Well, Luke, you know, you're missing some key information. Oh, yeah, what am I missing? Oh, they run a 4-3 defense. I know that. But Jonathan Abrams, a guy that I believe can also be up for that trade, is in the mix. They didn't draft 3 safeties for nothing. Either Jonathan Abrams, a guy who's coming back off an injury, who I think can fit that same mantra of you got something to prove, they can trade for him, or it's Carl Joseph. It's one of those two. It's one of those two. You're not getting any of the rookies. They're not stupid, right? They're not stupid. They're not giving you any of the rookies. I'm just telling you that there's options out there that it just came across my viewpoint. Now we're talking Carl Joseph as one of those options, right? And let's say, for example, hypothetically, let's say, for example, they really feeling themselves where they just like, you know what, man, we're not even finna get rid of Carl Joseph. We're not doing that. Let's just say that's what they feeling, right? You still have an opportunity to provide them with a service that I believe sets you up for the betterment of your team, because you can still get a guy like Jonathan Abrams and Adam, right? Because you know that one of these two is leaving. One of them got to go. Okay. They won't make the team. I don't see neither of them making the team. So one of these two got to go. Take your pick. And we do need a safety. Let's say, hypothetically, you went, Luke, I don't know about that. I don't know. What if they want a draft pick? Well, I'm not looking to give up a draft pick, but what if they do? I got Jelani Tavai, and I know you need linebackers. Well, I don't know, Luke. You could then take Amik Robertson. Now you got yourself a legitimate slot corner, somebody who I think is very good and very feisty as a slot corner. But the key point is you get options with the Raiders. You get a choice with the Raiders. You don't have to sit there and just say, you know, we got nothing. We can help each other. You got Corey Littleton here. He ain't fast. Nick Kowalski ain't fast. Nicholas Morrow, Now, if I see they put Jonathan Abrams here, I thought about that too, but I said to myself, if they really going to move him to the linebacker spot? But let's say they did, right? Let's say they did, and they keep Carl Joseph. Now, if that's the case, and now you're moving Carl Joseph into that lineup, and you talking about them keeping Trayvon Weir, and you're going to move a safety into the linebacker spot, why not just give the guys a linebacker? But I had another trade option, right? I want to kind of put this in, try to keep this into some views, right? I had another trade partner because I said, well, you know, there is another partner we can talk to, you know. This one might be a little bit harder to come by. I think that it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I think that it can be achieved. I am talking about the Washington football team. Yes. Why would the Washington football team trade with us? Keep in mind that all of these teams give you options at receiver and safety. 2 positions I think you need to fix, and I think they can use a linebacker. But Luke, who are we going to take from the Washington football team? Like, seriously, where are we doing with this? I think you can trade for Troy Aikman. Why? He's on the last year of his deal, and I know they're not going to pay him. They're just not. I would be shocked if they pay him. He's going to test the free agent market, and they need a linebacker. They do. You can literally hit them up and get that done because they need a linebacker. Now, stay with me. I had one more trade partner. Just one more, because this is my wild card trade partner. I just felt like if ever there was a chance for us to have a wild card option, this would be it. And this one is probably the one that most of y'all are going to call me crazy on if you have not already done so. But I think it's very plausible. I believe that we can trade with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And all of these trades, I'm referring to Jelani Tavai. Every single one, I'm referring to him. Says Luke must have been playing Madden recently. Troy Aikman not as fast on Madden, though. I don't care. He feisty as hell. I like him. And we need a safety. We need a safety bad. Like, bad in my opinion. I'm just saying. It says, imagine a Meek Robertson on our defense. Our secondary would be so, man, dude. I can see the visions there. And no, I don't even play Madden. I haven't played Madden in a long time. I gave up on Madden. Madden pissed me off. Let's wait for the preseason games first before we trade away the whole team. Not the whole team, just Jelani Tavai. I was literally charged with this from a subscriber to find trade partners for Jelani Tavai. That's what I said. Okay. I said, okay, I'll take a shot. You know? One Pride 40 says, I got a better idea. Get a safety in 2022. You're still going to need a safety in 2022, but you're going to need one now. David Anderson says Tavai is worth one more year. When someone releases a safety, we will look to pick up. I think that is definitely the case, and I think there's some free agent ones still out there. However, this last trade option, this is the last one I'm going to give you. This is my wild card. Could it be a long shot? Could we have to probably complement something to this? Probably. But would I still do it if it's like a late round pick? Yeah, I would. Why? Because I think he can bring something to the table. Stay with me. Plus, this is somebody that I wanted. So this is more so like a wild card pick, but this is more so like a wish list pick for me. I'm just going to be 100% truthful about my bias on this damn pick because I want him bad. I think we can get Tyler Johnson from the Bucks. Now, many of you are going to say, oh, hell no, Luke, you done lost your damn mind. Tyler Johnson, why would the Buccaneers give up Tyler Johnson? Why would they do that, Luke? Well, let's just be honest, all right? They already got to get draft capital, and they already got to re-sign a number of players. And we already know that most of the people there are not there for the long-term answer. But right now, as it stands, their starting receiving core is Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, who they're going to re-sign, Antonio Brown, who is going to be his last year. And so why did I think that this is somebody that could be had? Why did I feel so confident in this view that we can get this guy for next to nothing, even a damn linebacker? Why, of all people, would I believe this? Well, I'll show you why. Because something jumped out to me, and I don't think they're going to do. I don't think they realize this. Or maybe they do. Maybe they do. I've seen them do some smart things, so maybe they do. But stay with me. First things first is this. They run a 3-4 defense, right? Very similar to what we're going to attempt to do. We're going to try to run a similar style of defense, right? But they also drafted this guy. You know, that Jalen Darden. I don't think they're releasing him. I don't. And I don't think they're letting Chris Godwin walk as a free agent. So if you're not letting Chris Godwin walk as a free agent, you're definitely still got Mike Evans. What are they going to do with Tyler Johnson? Like, what are you going to do with him? A guy who's 6'2", right? 6'2", and I loved his game at Minnesota. What are you going to do with him? He needs to get the ball. He needs to get into games. You go over there and you turn around with your fourth pick and you take this guy right here. What are you going to do with him? I think Darden is explosive. What are they going to do with him? I think this is an opportunity for you to make a trade, and I think it's something that we can get done, and it's possible. I just feel like that at the end of the day, you have a chance to get a guy like Tyler Johnson because they drafted receivers, and they didn't wait. He said, Luke is in Crazy Town today. It says, Luke, we would pick up a safety in preseason. Watch. Would you trade Crosby for a safety? Yes. Yes, I would. I want a safety. And I'm just telling you, I was tasked with finding trade partners for Jelani Tavai. That's what I was tasked with. I'm not telling you that we're going to trade for Darden. I'm telling you I think he stays on the team. That's why I think we can get people like Tyler Johnson. Crosby is our insurance policy for Big V. I don't see it happening unless he wanted to be traded. I think Crosby gone. I think Crosby is done. It is what it is. The Buccaneers like good linebackers. They aren't looking to add to Vi. Okay. All right. Fair enough. But the Buccaneers defensive linebackers, once you get past what they got, which is Jason Pierre-Paul, same thing we finna do. They got Jason Pierre-Paul, they got Barrett, they got White, and they got David. Now let's go. Tyron. How you pronounce his name from Washington? Or is it Washington or is it Pittsburgh? It's one of them damn schools. I gotta remember this. Let me go and look. Better to look than guess. I think it was Washington. I was right. Thank you. He ain't finna stop playing with me. I like his game, but he ain't finna do nothing. And then Kevin Minster, he ain't doing nothing. KJ Britt, he's slow and up there in the age group. Why he can't fit in here? You want to give Quentin Bell another turn? I mean, seriously. They need depth. And they have depth at receiver. I'm just telling you, I think Tyler Johnson can be had. Y'all can kill me afterwards. It says, Luke highly doubted there's a reason why they drafted Johnson in the first place. Godwin's going to walk. I don't think they're letting Godwin walk. I don't think they're going to let Godwin walk. Under no circumstance are they going to let that happen. I just don't see it. Most of the people on this team got 1-year deals. When that money come off the books, there's no way they letting them walk. It says, what if Will Harris performed like a beast next year? Then good. That's what I've been waiting on. What the hell? Too much catch-up Luke been having. Oh, wow. Jimbo G. Crosby asked to be traded. It says Bucks will have to vibe versus Grant Stewart battle for big hair. I really wanted Grant Stewart out of Houston. I thought he was a good linebacker. He was fast and aggressive, and at least he ran to the ball. Coverage skills wasn't, but you know what? I like people with that kind of attitude. Johnson and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Just think about it. Just think about it. I'm just saying. If there was ever opportunity for it to be done, that would be it. Now, let me switch gears because I got to talk about a few more topics today. I got to get up on it. I got stuff to do in the morning, people. I was looking at the Lions schedule, and I don't know if y'all noticed this. The Lions basically, they got the 8 home games, right? And I started asking myself this question of, is the Lions going to have trouble with their schedule because they only have the 8 home games versus the 9 home games? And the answer is not if you start off fast. Not if you start off fast. I'll explain, and I'll show you why I say that. The first thing I notice about their schedule is they have 3 different moments in the season where they are on the road back to back. This is the key part. Back to back. They got home games in back-to-back weeks one time. Now, the scary part is this. It says, Luke, what pick would you have given up to draft a safety this year? Tell me the safety. Yeah. Would I have given up a future pick to get Andre Cisco? Hell yes. Yes, I would have given up a future 4th or 3rd to move up in the 3rd round and add another 3rd round player like Andre Cisco before the Jacksonville Jaguars did. I sure as hell would. That's what I want. I want a safety. I know we need a safety. Yeah, and look, obviously you knew my love and you knew my heart. Andre Cisco, I would have. What pick I would have gave up this year to draft a safety? I would have gave up a 3rd to move up and give me a safety. I really would have. If you telling me I could have found a way to move up and get any one of the safeties that I think were going to be a monster, yeah, I'd have did it. Because I think that's the one piece that we're missing to the puzzle. So 100%. So when I look at this schedule, right, if they start off fast, it's not an issue. But right here, you got Pittsburgh, then Cleveland. Thank God that they are both at 1:00, and it's not a real long travel, so that's cool, right? This your only 2 home games back to back in the season against the Bears on Thanksgiving, and then Minnesota that following week. I think that's a favorable matchup for us because once we get that traveling game over, we good to go, and the Bears should still be traveling. But then you got these points where here's your third point of the season. I mean, I skipped the second one. Let me go back up right here. Here are your first point of the season where you got on the road games: Bears, Vikings, right? Like this bodes well for us because October, is it cold in Chicago? Hell yes. Minnesota, is it cold in October? Yeah, but they're an indoor team, so we ain't got no problems there. Now we get to come home and play them again in our dome. I think that bodes well for us. And then here's the last stretch. The last stretch is you're on the road against the Falcons, which I was like, damn, that's going to suck because we got to go from Atlanta to freaking Seattle. But they did the Lions a favor. The game starts at 4:25. And now I had to ask the question of how much is that going to impact the Lions? If they start off fast, it won't impact them at all. If they start off slow, it could impact them significantly. Because at this point, you're talking about basically having to become road warriors in order for you to be able to have any chance of winning. And this is the year you're going to have to do it because you got an extra road game. Now, the benefit is this: if they come out, let's say they come out and they go 2-2, right? First 4 games they go 2-2. Let's say the next 4 games they go 2-2, right? Hypothetically, I just want to put it out there. So they are sitting up there 4-4. They in good shape because at 4-4, I think we can survive. Now, if they come out and they get destroyed and they start off 1-3, or they start off 0-4, then and we get to this stretch, then I'm gonna feel real upset. But I don't see it being that big of an issue in regards for the Lions because it's just about the start. The start will set up everything. If you start off hot, you can falter in the middle because you got a few easy teams and winnable games in the middle. And then at the end, I think the Broncos, the Cardinals, and the Falcons are 3 winnable games and on top of this Bears and Vikings. So you're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games that you have an opportunity to still get to 9 wins. That's just how I'm seeing it. Now you ask yourself this question: how much of this is going to cost a huge, not iffy, would be in a dime package to begin with, in my opinion. That's something different. I have to look at that one more time. But if you just look at that part of it, I think that becomes a huge conflict for me there. Now, I got to go down to my next topic because I'm behind because I was having a little too much damn fun. Now, we got to talk about Jared Goff because I saw this headline and it says that if Jared Goff can't keep teams honest, he's not the right guy. And it's an article that I honestly can't believe, but I agree with them because that is going to be his only job. His only sole job is going to be to keep teams honest. And if you can't do that, you're of no use to us. Hell, Stafford can keep teams honest, right? Like, and so the question becomes, well, Luke, what exactly is keeping teams honest? How do you keep a team honest? Dak Prescott keep teams honest. There was times where they loaded the box up on a run-heavy offense, and he made the right throws and decisions for it to work. That's all I'm asking of Jared Goff. I'm not asking you to be Stafford. I'm not asking you to be Joe Montana or Peyton Manning or Tom Brady. I'm asking you to be Troy Aikman. I'm asking you to be Dak Prescott. I'm asking you to be a game manager. Just don't lose the game from him. You could be freaking Alex Smith. Just don't lose the game. And so the question becomes with Luke, the quarterback don't win games, so they don't lose. I know that. I'm just telling you, if you can't keep the team honest, meaning that when they give you an opportunity to make them pay and you can't put the ball placement there, that's going to be a problem. Now, I don't think it's going to be an issue for him because they are going to be unleashing him anyway. And they're going to do it. Luke, you should do a mock draft simulator before the season. You mean like the season prediction? Technical? Is that what you mean? Because if that's what you're talking about, I could probably do that. It says, "Oh, I get you, Jimbo G. Safety as a whole has been a devalue ever since they changed it." Yeah, it is. They act like safeties and running backs don't exist until you get to the playoff and realize that makes a difference. Fans have to learn, have to be patient. Period of the game. Let's see, Jimmy Garoppolo. That's another good person who's a game manager that you just need not to lose the game. Let me see. Goff has to look off players, move that free safety. I seen film where he did. I've seen film what he did. Lion King says he have you viewed film on Goff the last 2 years. It ain't pretty. I did view film on Goff. My view is going to definitely be different from yours because you have to look at it a little bit different. And I think that the first thing that jumped out to me was something that I noticed between Goff's last 2 years and his first couple of seasons. So I think if you look at it from that perspective, you'll see a little bit of a different view, in my opinion. Now, let's see. So let me see. I'm make sure I ain't missing nobody's stuff. It says go to second progressions. I'm telling you right now, he does. He does that already. He really does go from progression 1, 2, and then the ball is supposed to be gone. So I'm just saying. Said Luke be reading my stuff wrong on purpose. I don't know what you're talking about. What you talking about? I'm just saying, what you mean? I'm not doing it on purpose. Do you think the Bengals re-sign Jesse Bates? If they smart, they will. They don't have anything outside of him, so I say yeah. He didn't have time to go to a second. That's another thing. He didn't. But he did do it. But there was times where he never even had an opportunity to go through progression 2, 3. Like he just I saw some stuff where I'm talking about this man said hike and was hit. Like hit, destroyed, demolished. I'm like, damn. But I saw some things where I'm like, what the hell kind of pass was that? And how did you not see this? And how did you not see that? So I've seen it all. So that's just the truth. This is the part of the show where I give you a chance to put your questions up and ask me anything you want. So that way I can respect my time. Because I got to get up very early. Just to get through it, Let me see. That's the truth, Big West, but you're still going to have a third and long no matter how good your running game is. And I think that's where he has to win. That's where Jared Goff has to win at. When I mean by keeping them honest, when it's that third and long or something like that, you got to make a smart decision that puts us in a better position. And it's just that simple. 100%. One Pride 40 says, come on, Luke, you know the Bengals are dumb. I can see us go after him if they let him go. I don't think they're going to let him go. They don't have anybody behind him. There's nobody lying in wait for him. I think we're going to see Goff under center a lot. I hope not. Not from what I've seen. From what I've seen, I think putting Goff under center is a detriment to his skill set. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but to do it a lot would be bad. Unless you just have him run the ball. Let me see. Luke, are you going to training camp? I was going to go to the family day when they having. I was planning on going to it. I got my fingers crossed for it. But I'm also on call that day. So it's kind of like if I can get somebody to take my own call day, I'll be there 100%. But if not, and I have yet in all my years of working my job, been on call and not got call. So if I'm on call still, I won't be going. Let me see. I said I wish Goff was reputable in the red zone. That's where quarterbacks create their reputation. Well, you got. I'm working on something. Me and Rams House is working on something, and we're gonna see if that's the truth. At Lou G review, you think we will fill our depth with safeties next year? I think we're gonna win the battle with free agency next year. And I think we're going to get safeties. I think we're going everything matter of fact, y'all should get a pen and a piece of paper because you're going to want this to be in permanent ink. You should write down all the Detroit Lions needs and watch they hit every single one of them next year before the draft. Mark my words. I think they're going to be a huge hit amongst the players. We're going to be spread and shotgun a lot. And it's a smart reason to do it. Luke, you're going to do that film session with Goff. Yep, I am going to do that film session. He needs to release the ball quickly, but he has a good line. And that's what I noticed right there, David Anderson. When he was given an opportunity to release the ball quickly, that's where he excelled at. All you have to do is speed the game up for him, and you'll get vintage Jared Goff that went to the Super Bowl. That's it. In fact, if you go back and you look at some film, you will see quickly that the moment he got a chance to make those quick throws, it was brilliant. It's when you're talking about him doing a little bit longer, and then it became a issue. Is anybody in here going to training camp? I plan to go to one of the weekday ones, and not, like I said, the family day one. But the family day one, I'm on call, so we'll see what happens with that. And if I'm there, I wouldn't have no problem introducing people, because at that point, I technically wouldn't be on social media, so then y'all could, meet me. He was the highest ranked red zone quarterback last year. I just saw that data. He is the best in the red zone. Let me see. Make sure I ain't missing that. Luke, doggone it. It says, doggone it. Work got in the way. I'll listen to it on replay. I'm optimistic about Goff. 100%. I appreciate that, man. Work has been, man, listen, I think these jobs they getting more and more strange by the day. How are we going to win in free agency battle when we have $23 million next year? Great question. There's a lot of contracts coming off the books, and there's going to be some people who have contracts who are going to get dumped. I think this is the last year you see Trey Flowers. I think this is the last year you see, man, it's a lot of damn players, boy. I'm just thinking. I think this is the last year you see Jamie Collins. Unless Jimmy Collins go to a Pro Bowl, then they'll get another opportunity. But I think this is the last year you see him. I think this is the last year you're going to see people like, who else I'm trying to think of? Who else? Let's see. It's going to probably be about it. Man, so many. Obviously, Tim Boyles is going to be a one and doneer. So I just think it's a lot of people going to come up with the books. Then I think the fact that most people are watching what the Lions are doing, yeah, I think we're going to be big winners. You can do a lot of damage with $23 million in free agency and getting a few players. You don't got to get all of them, just a few. The fact that training camp starts at 7:30 in the morning, that's crazy. Try playing football in the South. You get up, you getting up at 5 o'clock to beat the sun, and the heat still whoop your ass. I need them to open the border so I can go to training camp. Is it still? Oh yeah, it shows. Because I tried to go to freaking Niagara Falls, and it was like, oh, you can fly. I'm like, I'm not paying for something I can drive to. What the hell? Let me see. Antonio Jenkins, 8:30. Let me see. Make sure I ain't forgetting that. Goff will have time to throw dots. I think he will too, but it has to come through the run. Goff is more special than you think. Big V, I think if Big V falters, it could be the last time you see him. 100%. I think if he doesn't get it together, he's done. Jamie Collins is gone. I'm telling you, I think, like I said, there's a lot of people who got money that can be had. Lou G Field Review, what games you going to this year? I was planning on going to the 49ers game, and then the other game that I'm trying to work out is the Lions on the road against the Packers, because I got somebody who got tickets for me, and I really want to go to the Packers Stadium because it's hard as hell to get in there. David Anderson says it's going to be more like close to $72 million next year. I think it's going to be a huge jump in revenues with everything opening back up. Big V might be gone too. I can see that. This is not a question, but a statement. I love the Lions. 100%. I think most of us in here do. Let me see. Big V, Flowers, and Jimmy Collins are out after this season. I can see it. I can definitely see it. I hope Goff is the answer. Let's wait and see. He don't need to be the answer. I think that's the difference. He don't need to be the answer. He just needs to be, what's the word I want to use? He needs to be Fitzpatrick at best. Just have some games where you light him up, and then there's a game or two here where you like, what the hell wrong with you? You don't need him to be too much. You just need him to be like a manager. Just manage the game. That's the only thing about it. Lions offense similar to Rams offense when Goff was at his best. Strong offensive line, strong rushing attack, Pro Bowl tight end, and receivers that I think will exceed expectations. Good observation. Very good observation. Let me see. Supposedly in August, the Canadian border will open up. Really? I haven't seen that yet, but I know I was trying to go to Niagara Falls to take my kids there, and I was told I had to fly. I don't understand why I'm going to pay for jet fuel, and it's like what 4-hour drive. I'm okay with that. I'd rather drive. Luke, we going to the NFC Championship next season. Book it. Hey, it's already on there. You see it's on the screen. 1 week until Cade Cunningham's a Piston. Let's hope they don't mess that one up. Luke, you see Jeff Rice's article on golf? I you know what? I sent him a message. He haven't hit me back, but I'm gonna probably have to send him like one, like not DM, but like out in the open and see if he hit me back. 10-7, and I like my Kool-Aid sweet. Yeah, I got us between 8 and 10 wins. So if they go 10-7, you're right. I like my Kool-Aid sweet too, and I'm right on board with you. And they can sprinkle in a little bit of hopium. Just don't put too much, because we not gonna have no moments. Okay, we just want to be able to enjoy the moment. So what names you want to see target in free agency of this year or next year? You got to be a little bit more specific. And Luke, it said we can have tickets for you. You still don't show up or ask what seats and be like, you need 6 for me. You ask it. So no, I don't do nosebleeds. I just don't. As a football fanatic, if I got to sit in the nosebleeds, I will watch at home. I gotta be close enough to see what the hell going on. Not like super close, but close enough to see what the hell going on. And yes, I do plan to still go to games. I do. It's just work is the damn problem. And then on top of work being a problem, it's just that, like I said, certain games that I want to go to, I don't know. But yeah, the one game for Green Bay, I'm working on that because I do want to travel to see that stadium. Toronto Blue Jays back in Toronto next Friday, so the border opening is right around the corner. Okay. Let me see. Make sure I ain't forgetting nothing. All right. Good people. Thank you so much for joining me. Wait, I gotta hit this. Hashtag Luke G, you get a quarterback with our future pick. Brent. Yeah, I think you have to, right? Like, I think you have to get a quarterback with one of those future picks. It's just going to be real future. Like, I'm talking about, like, not next year. Now, if for some reason we suck and we in position to take him next year, I guess you got a decision to make, right? But overall, yeah, I think we shouldn't have no problems or anything like that to begin with. Luke, do you have faith in Weaver? I do. Luke, I was joking about the tickets. I would never get somebody a nosebleed seat. I don't sit nosebleed, bro. I don't do nosebleed. I did it once, and it was like, why? I feel like that's a waste of energy. Like that's just no. That's a waste of energy. So to all the people who rock with me, man, again, I cannot thank you enough. This is always a humbling moment for me, where I get excited and I love talking football. I love when y'all come in, call me out my damn name, say I'm crazy, I'm nuts, and have fun with me and laugh with me because it's a good time, and it makes for a beautiful show. So 100%, I cannot thank you enough for joining with me. You know, I don't never end the show unless I can end it on a positive note, because I believe that there's enough negativity in this world, and I am not trying to add to it in any form or fashion. Okay. Now, today's positive quote comes from the internet, because I really try to figure out who the hell these people is. But lately, I just been finding great quotes and not having a damn clue on who said it. So I tried Googling it, and it's too many people taking claim for it. So I just say, you know what? The internet. All right. Here's what it says. Oh, wait a minute. Now I gotta go back. Damn phone. I got a phone call when I'm trying to read my quote. Boy, I tell you, people pick the most perfect time to want to, let me see what's going on over here. Okay. Where was that energy at in the first place? But anyway, this one comes because I had to bring this up. It says, Tupac once said, just because you lose me as a friend doesn't mean you gain me as an enemy. I'm bigger than that. I still want to see you eat, just not at my table. I'm going to repeat it again. Tupac once said, what in the world is my kids doing? Salute. Just because you lost me as a friend does not mean you gained me as an enemy. I'm bigger than that. I still want to see you eat, just not at my table. Now, this is where they claim it came from, so I'm gonna use that because I Googled it again because my phone was stupid. What this quote said to me is this: just because a person is not interacting with you, this is not a bad thing. It isn't. It doesn't mean that they're your enemy. It doesn't mean that they're against you. It just means that sometimes you need people to act in your life. Some people are holding you back from things because you have shared too many things with them that just don't make no sense. Okay, so let's just go down the line and understand this a little bit differently. When you have an opportunity to have people walk out of your life, don't fight the walk. Let them walk. There's a reason that they're leaving. You need space and room to find yourself. If you find yourself too consumed with trying to keep those around you who's not willing to be there, it makes no sense. Tupac was just simply saying that you don't got to have people who walk out your life be at your table, but you can still be cool with them from a distance. See, this is what I call you setting the table, you setting the terms and the conditions on where it goes. This is where it points out to a point that makes it clear to you that every time that something is going to happen in your life, you have the control to change it. You have the power to set the table. They don't got to eat at your table, and you don't got to eat at their table. But if you're willing to just find a way to allow those people to move on because they have lost you and they haven't figured out what your value is, then let them move on. Because the one thing I know about people that are great, no matter what happens, when other people start to realize how great you are, is when they find somebody who treats them just as bad as they treated you. Take solace in knowing that this is the reality of this thing called karma. What goes around comes around. So as Tupac once said, if that's who said it, just because you lost me as a friend don't mean you gained me as an enemy. It just means that I want to still see you eat, just not at my table. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Check out my feature channels because there are some great people in there who talk YouTube, Lions YouTube talk, and that I 100% support and pray to God that they grow and outgrow me in every way possible. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, don't be no Trump. Please do your research. I'm